kò dẹ̀ sẹ́gbẹ́ kan tó ju ẹgbẹ́ kan lọ ẹ má ìkẹ́ni kankan fúlì yín out gbogbo ẹnu máa fi sọ gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ ló ṣiṣẹ́ ẹlòmíì wà náà àwọn groups yẹn tẹ́ pé àkín dárúkọ àkọ́mà dárúkọ àwọn group kan whereas àwọn group yẹn iṣẹ́ oríṣiríṣi ni gbogbo wọn ṣe in their own capacity táàdẹ̀ fún wọn lówó ẹlòmíì ò gbowó lọ́wọ́ anybody rí láàrin ara wọn. It's getting closer and closer and closer. Nígbà wo ló fi ṣẹlẹ̀ Koiki? Nígbà wo ló ń bọ̀? Kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú rally? Ṣá ti ṣe tán? Ṣá ti ní gbogbo nǹkan sílẹ̀? All these are questions that some of the politicians and the kings wants to know. Republic, Yoruba nation. Am I confused with the name? Whether you call it Yoruba nation, whether you call it Oduduwa Republic, Oduduwa nation, whether you call it whatever you want to call it, it is still the same. State Econ will not overshadow a whole 60 million people. Many of us continue to be confused. I am not in that confusion state. I remain extremely focused to the task, and the task is how to dissolve the contraction known as Nigeria. Or your state will not be able to overshadow the whole of Yoruba land, neither will Ile-Ife. So, gbogbo confusion here is part of another gimmick. Láti jẹ́ kí mind yín kúrò ní nǹkan tí wọ́n ti sọ jáde ní October last year after the London rally, that there will be a non-stop Yoruba nation rally. Kó tó di pé Aláàfin dé and people started saying, kì í ṣe ọmọ Yorùbá mọ́, ọmọ Odùduwà ni wá, and all this confusion. But like I said, all that is a bypass. The most important part na gbọ́dọ̀ focus lé lórí òun ni pé a gbọ́dọ̀ lose guard wa lórí àwọn olóṣèlú tó ń parọ́ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pé àwọn tó fi lọ fún 2027 àwọn máa fún wa ní future. Now, after that, let me come back to when many people say, I am the platform. Táwọn tí ń gbọ́ rally nìkan. No. Let me take us back to October last year. We started announcing this Yoruba Nation mega rally as far back as October. But nítorí pé àwọn tó jẹ́ ọ̀dàlẹ̀, àwọn tó jẹ́ wọ́n fẹ́ way forward, àwọn tó jẹ́ pé ọkọ̀ fẹ́ yẹ ká jókòó ká máa pariwo Yoruba Nation lórí social media, and they are not following the instruction of Baba Akintoye, they have become confusion in this movement. Babawa Igboho especially had a meeting with almost all the media. Moma media to sinibe, but I will not mention the names. I'll leave that to the side. But when we talk about the Yoruba world media, my media and many own media, gbogbo wọn pátá ló wà nínú meeting tí olóyè sọ fún wa pé ká jáde ká lọ sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. This was in October 2024. I want us to take note of this message. Because everybody is now saying that àwọn ọ̀tẹ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n kankan rárá, àwọn ọ̀tẹ̀ mọ̀ pé rally ń bọ̀. That is bullshit. That is a lie. That is a bullshit, like I said again. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá follow Yoruba Nation under Baba Akintoye kò gbọdọ̀ sọ pé wọn ò gbọ́ nípa rally pọ̀ ń bọ̀. Rally yóò ń ṣe tó ṣe announced ní 10 days ago. Rally yóò ń ṣe tó ṣe announced ní 3 days ago or 3 months ago. This rally was announced officially from October last year. Immediately tí a parí London rally láti BBC tí olóyè fi lọ represent Baba Akintoye ní London, ta fi deliver letter sí number 10 Downing Street. And from there, Oloye moved to Manchester. From Manchester, he moved to Wales. Láti Wales, we traveled with him down to Belfast. Everybody saw that. And that rally started coming out gradually in the announcement. That will be the final rally. This was in October last year. The announcement ti jáde. But as usual, Baba sì sọ pé ó jáde ní last 2 years. Àwọn kan máa náwọn ọ̀gbọ́n náà ni. So everybody tends to want to give a delay tactics. Fáwọn tí wọ́n serious. If we are serious and we are following Baba Akintoye words carefully and Igboho, wọ́n kì í ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ sọ, in tó bá sọ náà ni wọ́n sọ. Ọ̀rọ̀ wọn remain the same and it has never changed. Igboho ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ kó náà wọ́n sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Baba Akintoye ò ní sọ̀rọ̀. YSDM ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ kó náà wọ́n sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. But one thing is that somebody wants to put a blame that has nothing to do with the movement on something. And we know the game of the politicians. This was exactly what was done in 2022. COVID and all this affected our outing that we would not have been in this stage. But Onwelidumari, Lashiwa, this stage that way. And we should not give up. And we should not be able to, we should be able to understand that we are still in a movement that has never been done before to challenge the status quo of Britain, ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Àwọn olóṣèlú tí ń lùlù nísìn, we are all saying it, gbogbo àlàngbọ́n news across, but mo ń bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n. Going back to October, we took a fantastic outing. It has never been done. Kò sí Nigeria kankan tó organize something like that. Caught me anywhere. I have lived in the UK for the last 2 decades, and I've never heard our Nigerians who what Shirali, what partiti refun Lati BBC all the way to number 10 Downing Street. I am not talking about a Nigerian that is involved in a rally where people have come out. I am talking about Nigeria as a community in the United Kingdom. Tó jáde tó sọ pé àwọn fi ṣe ìwọ́de o, wọ́n dẹ̀ gbà yín lọ́wọ́ ọlọ́pàá o. Even most people doesn't want to get to that stage because they are always scared. I don't know why. We took the bold step. I was behind the scene. I was the one in charge to look at how we will communicate with London Metropolitan Police in the United Kingdom. I did all the communication. Also, the letter that was taken to number 10 Downing Street, Koshenyimi. But one thing I want to take out of it this morning is that I want to put it back on record that the mega rally is not something that Babakito Yeshe announced lano or Oloye Gbowoni Kaloma announced Dijeta. This has been coming as far back as October last year, 2024, after the London rally, that everybody witnessed. Igboho came to London. Igboho held his birthday party on a Friday. I remember vividly well the date and the time. And after Friday, everybody started waking up on a Saturday morning in October, and we decided that we would all assemble together from the London BBC headquarters. While we were waiting for Igboho, there was a lot of security threat on his life, but we make sure that Igboho will be free. Even though Tinubu was in London, Tinubu ran out of London on a Friday because Igboho is much more important than Tinubu. I'm not sure what the London or the UK government told Tinubu, but I'll leave that for now. But what I know is that Tinubu had no choice to leave London prior before the London rally. Like I said, these are history that can never repeat itself. Nítorí pé àti gba country wa àdẹ̀dẹ̀ sí nínú Nigeria mọ́. Yes, this event unfolded very, very fast. And we will never forget the impact of every one of us, monetary-wise, and the support that everybody gave to make sure that that event, committees were working around the clock. But YSDM still remains the head of any organization or groups under Yoruba Nation. They work along with many groups to make it a successful outing. We saw how the rally all took place in London. And as we said, Igboho himself was present to represent Babakitoye and millions of Yoruba people to deliver a letter that was unique, a letter that many today are still asking, what is in that letter? Kí ló wà nínú letter yẹn? Many people still wants to know. But we will leave that for Babakitoye that knows the content of that letter. Let me give you how it was reported prior before the London rally. Most importantly, as that rally look build up rally after the London rally, we would then have the home-based rally. Even if I London rally, many of you at home, I remember how many of you were always coming out there attacking that event in London. Peking event in London, maybe some of you forgot some of your voice notes and your messages attacking the importance of what some of you don't know. UK still remains the reason why Yoruba is still in Nigeria. But rather, many of you will probably have kept quiet. Many of you will probably will not have said what you said. Just like Beshen saw the same thing, listen. I am addressing this issue so that it will be on record that Koiki Media Lonira Limbo Babakitoye ati Igboho in October ló sọ fún wa pé ká lọ máa prepare for the final rally in our homeland, and that would then lead us to our own independent country. How is the question that many of you wants to know, and that is still another secret that remains in the hands of Babakitoye. Because tẹ́ bá mọ̀ yẹn nísìn ẹ tún lọ dọdẹ sílẹ̀ nítorí pé àfún yín a kò sọ fún yín pé rally ń bọ̀ ní London bá a sọ fún yín pé a máa gbé lẹ́tà lọ sí Downing Street bóyá ẹ̀ ti ní kọ́ pé UK government kọ́ má jẹ́ kó lóye wọlé o bí tó lóye bá gbé lẹ́tà yẹn débẹ̀ o á dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ and exactly what happened after tó lóye gbé lẹ́tà yẹn dé number 10 which is the Prime Minister's office and his resident address. Even some say that even on the but as I speak to you, your President Tinubu has not been given an official visit to that same building. To the Mafi Wondole, check the Bote Wanita, Tinubu denu gate, they be pay Oma smell in number 10 Downing Street. You can see the difference of what Baba Kitoye and his team are working around the clock. Because for any gbogbo nkan today I realize gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá fún ẹni kan tán ẹ̀yin kan náà lè máa lọ bá wọn olóṣèlú tí wọ́n ti fìyà jẹ ayé yín tó ti nà yín pa tó ti fi yín sábẹ́ ẹ̀gò láti lọ sọ fún wọn pé ìgbésẹ̀ báyìí ló máa gbé o tó gbé Yorùbá dé London. Like I said, I was behind gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ Metropolitan Police. I will not give you all the details of what we told them, but I know that Tinubu left London kí Igboho tó land ní airport. The rally went ahead without a glitch. But we don't expect the same thing in Yoruba land, which is homeland. But we know that it will not be as easy as I say it all the time. In Tobalemu, UK, this outing with multiple security, with an helicopter that will stand by all throughout the rally, and many other that I might not be able to tell you because in Tofin Protect around the UK here. But I was the brief. Even most of those that are in the committee never knew most of the things I was briefed because I remember at the London Metropolitan Police to protect Igboho and protect you and me during that rally. Because we know what people can do. We had all the evidence. I'm talking about Dorishirishi, chemical, and all this. But I was given that assurance that rally UK. Even there was 2 rallies simultaneously on that day. We were going out, and there was another Christian association in the United Kingdom that were also coming out for their rally or whatever protest that they were doing. We were even advised, Biaka was changing route. I insisted that that route will not be changed because that instruction from Baba Kitoye, only pé agbodo jẹ́ kí gbogbo en tó ń gbé ní UK kó fojú rí wa láti BBC títí tí a máa fi dé Downing Street. It's a long walk. With distance here. I don't know what the distance is, but I know it's a long walk. From the BBC head office all the way down, the BBC headquarters to Downing Street. It is important that we put things in record, especially for those that are saying, because October last year was when we were told to go and prepare for the rally. And that's exactly what this platform has done without debating. At the rally, like I said, in the UK, and we end up to deliver that rally to a letter, a special letter. President Tinubu does not have or have an idea what is in the content of the letter till date, because it is between the Yoruba leader and the British government, and they dare not reveal what was in that letter to Tinubu government. But Tinubu government was very, very surprised. They were shocked, just like we are going to shock them again. Because the shock part of this movement is what people don't understand. We are giving them the shock. Sarah reporter reported like this last year. Yoruba Nation Now agitators set a date for London protest over Igboho's arrest. I believe this is the right one. So I'm not giving us, no, this is not the right one. It might be no. I'll give us that in a minute. Mokibu Bualen can say the Yoruba Nation rally in London was in October. Last October, there is another rally, and this rally will be the final straw to break the camel. And that means many Nigerians could not understand. Báwo làwọn Igboho àti Baba Akintoye àti YSDM, how have they been able to do it when we end up in the number 10 Downing Street? The same thing they want to know as the rally is getting closer and closer and closer. Nígbà wo ló fi ṣẹlẹ̀ Koiki? Nígbà wo ló ń bọ̀? Kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú rally? Ṣá ti ṣetán? Ṣá ti ní gbogbo nǹkan sílẹ̀? All these are questions that some of the politicians and the kings wants to know. Just as we did not give them all the details of the rally in London. I could say rally in London, but for now on the final, even some of you don't know some of the other things that took place that have been kept between the leaders of the movement. Even those things happened while Igboho was in the UK. But he really can't look camera and the panic of the government. The Nigerian government was panicked according to the African report. Quote, as it says, October 18, 2024, Nigeria, their country, Britain mọ̀ pé Nigeria, Yoruba ló ń pè ní Nigeria. Nígbà tí Yoruba lè ti dìde pé a ṣe Nigeria mọ́, bó bá àwọn Yoruba tó kù tó náà fẹ́ ṣe 2027, we will see how that is going to happen. Ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ rí ní 2023, kí ló wá ṣẹlẹ̀? Tí election went ahead. Irọ́ náà lẹ tún pa. We are hearing almost the same lyrics as we had it in 2023. What to bury? It took us many years to campaign before election 2023. All different people are saying different things. But something shocked the 200 million people that were put together by Britain. Whoa, ready. Whoa, ready. Lóòótọ́ wá ní kò sọ̀rọ̀ kan tó ń bọ̀. Àbí kò sí tó ń bọ̀ tílé ọgbà. But what we did in UK is still a landmark that Nigeria will never forget. And this is why what we are going to do again this time around will not just be a landmark, will be historic. Because it will lead and give us our independent country. It's either you are in or out. Economy jini. O le wa in belese kan o tún máa ṣe níta pẹ̀lú àwọn tó jẹ́ British entity. Don't pè ní Nigerian politicians and our kings. You have your right. Láti sọ pé o fẹ́. You have the right to attack it. But we also have the right to come up and address some of the issues that some of you probably are concerned about. Even though these concerns have been addressed almost on a daily basis, monthly basis, year in, year out. And not call a Yoruba Nation movement. Even though some say they started before us, nobody have disputed it. But what address issue to my legacy country? I won't count there. If kill the country, all they want is just the flimsy social media. No retreat, no surrender, no going back. That is not a country. So, if I would ever be a country, when do you want to start the country that you're talking about? Do you just want to sit on the social media and be talking about Yoruba Nation for life? Diplomacy is a great thing. We've visited many places. I visited an elderly man in UK that said to me, war is better than Jojo is better than war. Kill me by Jojo. Kama soro. Well, maybe because he lives in the UK. But when we are in Africa, it's a different thing entirely. Because anytime come as pé Jojo nìkan lè máa fi gba country o. Because òyìnbó tó wá kó yín lẹ́rú kò fi Jojo gbà. Tó bá yẹ pé Jojo nìkan ni òyìnbó fi gba independent tí a gbà gan lọ́wọ́ wọn. Àbí amalgamation. Then we might probably just stick to Jojo. So when people say, kákọ̀ máa lọ sọ̀rọ̀ títí gbogbo 60 million máa fi gbọ́n tá à ń sọ ká tó gbọ́ra nílẹ̀ pé à ń wá unity gbogbo ara wa, then we are going nowhere. And I'm very sorry, many of you will be disappointed that we will forge ahead with our leaders, with you or without you. But one thing many of you need to understand is that panic, Nigerian government, like, wait, but if you're that's another thing you're asking me. You're asking everybody. We've seen that on the live show. We've seen that on the attack. Because one more way, panic can't people reveal it. What is the panic? I don't know myself. But I'm giving you the debrief of the one in the UK. Ṣé UK la lọ tí Nigerian government wà panic? Imagine now that we are in our homeland. They are going to get heart attack. Àárín gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ táwọn olóṣèlú ń gbé. Ẹ̀yin kan wá ní ká relax, ká tún jókòó. Even though we have the ample time. Àwọn ní 2 years windows. What in prepare? Olóṣèlú ò sọ pé ó sì di 2027 election tó dé. Wọ́n ti ń ṣe májà àti rí Tinubu ó ti ń collapse gbogbo state, especially in the southwest, we call the APC. Even though nígbà tó máa jáde ní summit tó ṣe ní Abuja, ó ní one party system ò lè work ní Nigeria. Ṣé Nigeria work tẹ́lẹ̀ láti ilẹ̀? Ẹ jẹ́ kó o máa deceive rẹ̀ at his age, kó máa parọ́. Grandpa de Tinubu, ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ dájúdájú pé Nigeria ò lè work because Tinubu fúnra rẹ̀ sọ. While he was in exile, no one believe in one Nigeria. So kilo change. At what point? Ni one Nigeria were they interested? That I don't know because I'm not speaking for him. I'm not his PA, neither I'm his media advisor. But be one Nigeria about favor. Only favor, but Iran Yoruba thing exists for thousands of years. That is what we are proving to Bola Tinubu. We are proving to him that the Yoruba or Oduduwa people have been in existence for thousands of years, and we will challenge him. Panic is for Tinubu. Panic and love him on his scene, and nobody's going to give you that details. Kule kule. We will speak in parables. Some of them might not even mean anything to you. Some of you just want to know. Stick to our Nigeria, because one Nigeria only work. Rather than us to wait patiently for the directives, because more panic attack. We gave them the panic attack from the UK, which is about 3,000 miles from Nigeria. To Nigeria on Virgin Airline, to fake the UK within 6 hours, 30 minutes. We will give them the biggest shock that they've ever seen in the history of mankind. Because shock here not in the UK, far no. I think we're in Nigeria lady. UK gave all the Oduduwa children. Because that feels comfortable to some of you. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Baba to call we talk the Yoruba people. Baba, you're stupid. Oh my God, become what lawyer empire. Gbogbo yo le je gaba lórí wa gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ bó bá wọn come and think in their mindset like that pé tá bá gba yo ká bá gba country or yo ko ma wá jẹ gaba lórí Èkìtì Ondo state ayé àpárá wa tán dé lẹ́ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ ẹni tó bá máa kú ló máa kú as at that time but Ọ̀yọ́ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ láti náà wọn máa ṣe gbogbo ẹni mo tó fi sọ not that we are disrespecting them but bàbá tó kọ history wa ẹ má distort ẹ má dilute ẹ̀yin ò dàgbà tó bàbá Akíntóyè ẹ lè mọ̀ tó bàbá Akíntóyè this is not the time to be telling him ká lọ à ń ṣe Yorùbá nation mọ́ ti kúrò ní Nàìjíríà ẹ sọ pé kì í ṣe Yorùbá nation mọ́ ebe má tẹ kọ́kọ́ kúrò ní Nàìjíríà náà a wà nínú country táì ti kúrò ní ẹ sọ pé kì í ṣe Yorùbá nation mọ́ Odùduwà ní wá nísìn àwọn alálẹ̀ tá à ń torí ẹ̀jà wọ́n mọ̀ tá à ń jà fún wọ́n mọ̀ pé wọ́n ti fìyà jẹ wá ó ti wà nínú pain wa láti inú ló ti ń jáde àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ mi wà tá ti sọ ẹlòmíràn ní Obama sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí but ibẹ̀ kọ́ là ń lọ what I am still focusing on is the rally. I don't want to debate. The rally that we announced in October, òun náà la ṣe announced títí di wákàtí. So kí ló wá change? Kí ni nǹkan tó change pé wọ́n ti announce rally yìí láti last year October pé rally ń bọ̀. But in tó pa rally yẹn tí kò jẹ́ kó dìde or kí má ní tó pa in tó delay ẹ̀ òun ni kú màmá wa. She died because nobody knew she was going to die. Lóòótọ́ kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀ gbà tó yàn lè sùn kó má jí. Ẹni tó bá jí sáyé ló mọ̀ pé òun wà láyé kòun ìyá yẹn kó kú in exile kòun ìyá yẹn kó kú in exile ìyá yẹn wá kú ṣé ìyá tó kú yẹn ní sìn rálì la máa gbé síwájú mò ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ gbogbo wa ni o ṣé ìgbà tí màmá yẹn kú ní December tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ti announce pé ká lọ máa múra sílẹ̀ bí rálì yóò bá ti jáde láti last year àtẹ̀nídé stage táwa yìí débi pàṣẹ màmá wa ṣàlàyé báyìí but because we are humans that doesn't want to know and understand things. We are very difficult people. I know that already. Mo de mọ̀ pé Nigerian pain won't affect gbogbo wa, either good or bad. But one thing is, the task ahead is still ongoing. And nobody should have any doubt. And nobody any doubt. They're not joining politicians now. You think we're going to beg you? Oh, mama, I'm begging you. Go for gbà rán ẹ sílẹ̀. Ìwọ ló fẹ́ gbà sílẹ̀. O rò pọ́n fún ọ̀ràn pín àkàrà ní bíbá ni. O rò pọ́n pín kúlíkúlí ni. Àbí wọ́n pín obì. You are the one that would have to stand up for your right. Nobody will stand up for your right. Ìgbòho ń ṣe wọn bá tó lè ṣe, ó dẹ̀ sì ń ṣe, kò dẹ̀ ti dẹnu dúró. Ẹ fún lówó ni. Èèyàn wà ní exile for 3 years. Gbogbo businesses ẹ̀ wọ́n ti destroy ẹ̀. Kò lè pa ìdíwọ́ Nàìjíríà. Púpọ̀ nìyẹn lọ Nàìjíríà náà. èyí tẹ́ wà nú Lagos ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ wà nú Nàìjíríà Ìgbòho lè pàgìrì wọlé yet arákùnrin sọ pé no going back náà ni tábà wá ní no going back àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ló máa sọ̀rọ̀ kí ni kàn wá pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò kí ni kàn wá pẹ̀lú ọmọ Haúsá no going back yẹn mi pé no going back náà ni àwa la máa wá sọ pé no going back yẹn sẹ́ ẹnu ẹ̀ náà làwa wà but ẹlòmíì nísìn ó sì ń wá kọ́ṣì kọ́kọ́ wá fún òun lówó kó tó wá sọ pé òun máa go back o tó bá fẹ́ go back fuck off and go back who cares about you gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ it doesn't matter wherever you are lọ́dí olóṣèlú náà tó bá fún ẹ ní mọ́tò tó bá fún ẹ nílé tó bá rí iná connect inú ilé yẹn à ń sọ̀rọ̀ identity wa ẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ tábà ṣe nǹkan báyìí ẹ̀ ní ṣe mọ́ ta ló wá bẹ́yìn pé kẹ́ ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ kò ń ṣe torí la ṣe ṣe torí olúkálukú ń ṣe torí ara ẹ̀ ni à ń ṣe torí ara wa torí ọjọ́ ọ̀la wa torí ayé wa ti bàjẹ́ nínú Nàìjíríà òfò Nàìjíríà burúkú Nàìjíríà tí táyẹ̀ ti rún jẹ́gẹ́jẹ́gẹ́ tó lè dìde mọ́ táwọn olóṣèlú lòṣè olórí burúkú tó ń sọ fún yín pé àwọn máa ṣe kan tí gbogbo ẹ̀rọ òṣì tó ń ṣe wọ́n pa 42 innocent Nigerians ní Taraba State níjọ́ Saturday àwọn eléyìí wọ́n sunkún fún ìdá ènìyàn 42 ẹ̀mí lọ́pa ní Taraba State àwọn olórí burúkú wọn jókòó wọn nínú Àbújá ẹ̀rí gbogbo òṣì tó ń ṣe bí ẹran aṣẹ́wó àwọn tó yẹ kó ju bọ́ǹbù síbẹ̀ kó pa gbogbo wọn dànù sínú bẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ bọ́ǹbù lè kó ju kó pa gbogbo wọn dànù kó kú dànù kó máa bá tayé wọn lọ bọ̀ mo padà bọ̀ níbẹ̀ yẹn mo sọ̀rọ̀ nípa rally kí mídíà kan jáde kó wá sọ pé òun ò gbọ́ lẹ́nu olóyè Ìgbòho either in this present or in kọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n ní rally máa jáde ní October tó ń bọ̀ ní homeland irọ́ ló ń pa they are all liars bloody liars mídíà tó bá náà wọ́n mọ̀ pé rally ń bọ̀ ẹ sọ fún wọn pé irọ́ ló pa I will challenge them kí mídíà yẹn jáde fún mi I will challenge them and tell them you are a fucking liar gbogbo apáta la gbọ́ pé rally ń bọ̀ but because they are not interested either media ti Nàìjíríà gbọ́mọ̀ pé rally ń bọ̀ láìpẹ́ gbogbo ọlọ́mọ̀ in tó bá mú media Nàìjíríà mọ̀ pa lọ sí Downing Street àwa tá bá ṣe media Yorùbá nation máa sọ pé àmọ́ kankan wà àgbọ̀n kankan is all lies I want us to be very careful we are at the very crossroad right now ẹni tó bá dóhùn fẹ́ ṣe kó ṣe ó lè lè má ṣe ṣekúṣẹyẹ kò ṣe pé torí pàwọ́ fi jẹ́ nǹkan kan nínú ẹ̀ kí lẹ́ fi fún wa tẹ́ fi máa jẹ nínú ẹ̀ ẹ lè bọ́ mi ni ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ ni ẹ̀yin lè ràn mí lọ́wọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ ni for 15-20 years that I've lived in the UK ìyà ò jẹ mí I always say it I am very proud from my background and I'm still remain very proud but we are talking about àwa tí ìyà ti jẹ including you and me I have my family on the ground ṣé gbogbo wọn ní UK fún ní visa ni UK olórí burúkú tí kò lè issue visa fún aráàlú tó issue visa fún àwọn ọmọ politicians táyé wọn ti bàjẹ́. This was the message from the Africa report last year. Nigeria panic. Do you know the meaning of panic? Wọ́n sáré kábàkàbà Nigeria wà panic pé Koiki committee yín YSDM Baba Kitoye nẹ́tùmádé Downing Street náà bá ti sọ yìí fún wa ká ti lọ gbáradì sílẹ̀ fún yín bóyá Tinubu ọba má kúrò London if he was having that information àwa ta mọ̀ pé Ìgbòho máa dé Downing Street àjù mẹ́fà lọ and it was kept within us pé Ìgbòho máa kọ́kọ́ lọ Downing Street it was just between Baba Kitoye myself and Ìgbòho before it was expanded. And I will not give you any more details more than that. Anybody could darapọ̀ mọ́ wa, taba darapọ̀ is for our own benefit. Teba ne darapọ̀, dem darapọ̀, ìyẹn stop our tan ṣe lọ. We will forge ahead, like I always say, with you or without you. Taba ti gba country, well, then you can come and join it and be part of it. Because ẹni tó máa lé kúrò nílé bàbá ẹ̀ náà. Ṣé o fi pé taba gba country, a máa ní kó kúrò on exile, kó máa lọ on exile. No, Ìgbòho ló wà on exile. Torí pé kò tí gba country ẹ̀. Tí Yorùbá land bá dé, ṣe máa lé Ìgbòho kúrò nílùú ni. Aláwọn bá tó dúró lóòótọ́ but majority wọn dúró fún olóyè Ìgbòho àmọ́ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tó lóyè ṣe fáwọn ọba àwọn ọba lóyè kọ́ gbèjẹ́ lóyè pé máa bọ̀ nílé lóòótọ́ adúró wọ́n dúró fún nígbà tó wá sin òkú yẹ kò ń ṣe gbogbo wọn but most of them but tí ó dàbí Ìgbòho ṣe ń gbé ní exile wọ́n rẹ̀ ní Tinubu ọmọ Yorùbá ní ẹ ṣọ́ pé Tinubu ọmọ Yorùbá ní àbí kò ń ṣe Fúlàní because kí ni Ìgbòho ṣe ṣó pààyàn ni ṣó fàdíyà ni ṣó jalè ni ṣé terrorist ni but because Ìgbòho fẹ́ kí ìran ọmọ Yorùbá kó free from the bondage and the shackles wọ́n mọ̀ wọ́n fi sílẹ̀ kódà àwọn kan ṣì wà shock pé wọ́n release olóyè Ìgbòho ìyẹn lọ́sẹ̀ ní kílódé tó ń káàkiri tí Nnamdi Kanu wà nínú prison àwọn Fúlàní wà shock àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ̀ wọ́n àwọn kan tẹ̀ fẹ́ kí Ìgbòho kó jáde títí Tinubu máa fi ṣetán ẹ̀yin tí mo ti bí a Tinubu máa ráyè ṣetán àbí kò ní ṣetán do you know what is coming for Tinubu himself? Nobody knows. Everybody is now just speculating. But why I am here this morning is just to put it back on record pé wọ́n ní rally ń bọ̀ kò ń ṣe rally tó sọ pé ó ṣe máa dé lánàá àbí jẹta last year, but ikú màmá wa ni ó slow rally yẹn down completely. Ẹ lè máa sọ̀rọ̀ rally nígbà tí ìyàwó ìyànṣẹ́ kú náà. Kí ni a fi kí rally wọlé fẹ́ máa sọ? Ìyàwó leader wa kú ẹni a fẹ́ máa ṣe rally. Ó kì í gbà ó lẹ́fẹ́ ṣe. Ṣé kán tó sìnkú yẹn lẹ́fẹ́ ṣe ni? Àbí nígbà wo? That is the reason why the rally was put on hold. Now, this is where confusion started coming to some that doesn't want to, because kò sí confusion kankan anywhere. Kò sí confusion anywhere. Everybody knows the truth. We have a strong media that are walking around the clock from the Yoruba world media that stand for Yoruba people. Announcement oríṣiríṣi ti lọ lórí ẹ̀. Gbogbo àná láti gbọ́. Bàbá tẹ̀ wá gbọ́. The fact that kò sẹ́ tó máa náà ò gbọ́ pé ìyàwó bàbá Akíntóyè kú ní December 24. Ó take time káwọn kan tó gbọ́ lóòótọ́. But kò sẹ́ tó bá náà ò mọ̀ pé wọ́n sin ìyàwó bàbá Akíntóyè ní February. Right? So tó bá sin ìyàwó wọn ní February. Tí bàbá yẹn dẹ̀ padà sí Benin Republic ní March. Video yẹn ṣì wà o. Tí bàbá ní ẹ lọ ready, ẹ lọ get ready. March 5. I have the video and you also can watch the video on the Yoruba world media. So, àwa ní March 5, bàbá ní ká lọ get ready fún rally. Bàbá yẹn dẹ̀ sọ fún wa pé rally yẹn ló máa jẹ́ the final rally. Àtúní ṣe mímọ̀. So what more do you want from this old man? Kí lẹ tún fẹ́ kí bàbá yìí tó wá sọ fún wa ju in tó ti sọ yẹn lọ. Ó ti sọ̀rọ̀ síta. Tiwa ni pé kí gbogbo wa kọ́ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wa lọ ṣe mobilization. Ká lọ máa gbáradì. Ká lọ máa múra sílẹ̀ towards that final rally to máa lead to the exit. But what fẹ́ àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ mọ̀ nípa rally yẹn. Báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ exit yẹn gangan ló fẹ́ mọ̀. And they cannot tell you that because ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ti pọ̀ jù. Politicians wa ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ní gbogbo wọn látòkè délẹ̀. Àwọn ni number one ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá. Ta ni politician yìí lò? Kò ń ṣe iná lọ́dún ni. Wọ́n rí mi lò. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní rí mi lò. Bó ṣe wọ́n rí wọ́n lò. Ṣé olóṣèlú rí ẹ lò in your capacity? You will have to say, I don't have to represent you. But fọwọ́ kan rẹ̀ kó sọ pé èmi Olayomi Olakunle Koiki tí mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ àwọn ọmọ Odùduwà, tí mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ ìran ọmọ Yorùbá, tí mo dẹ̀ ń jàjàngbara pé kílẹ̀ Yorùbá kó dá dúró kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà, mo ní ta àṣírí kan fún olóṣèlú. Ṣé wọn náà lè sọ bẹ́ẹ̀? Kò dẹ̀ fògùn búra àtìṣù. Most of you cannot. And that is the reason why they ṣe ń fẹ́ mọ̀ what is the next move. Ọ̀nà wo ló fẹ́ gbà kọjá? Ṣé bàbá máa declare ni? Kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tá bá jáde? These are the things that many of you are asking all the time. But unfortunately, panic àti heart attack ló máa pa púpọ̀ nù yín. Ẹlòmínú yín kọ́ máa sleep. Wàá kọ́ sọ pé ẹni yẹn ti lọ. Wàá kọ́ sọ pé okay. Òun lọ nìyẹn, àwọn lọ nìyẹn. Life continue. The wife of Baba Akíntóyè was only buried in February ending. I was in Ekiti State. Ṣẹlẹ̀ máa sọ fún mi pé mo wá sí Ekiti. Ní láti rí mi nínú venue. I came to Ekiti State for that burial, just like ẹ̀yin náà lọ. Àtẹni tó ráyè lọ, ó wò lórí Koiki Media. Our team were working round the clock. Láti ibi tó ti lọ gbé body gbogbo yín lẹ rí títí dénú venue. We did what we can do and everybody now relocate back. Kódà wọ́n fẹ́ distort burial yẹn. Ha! DSS ti dé o. Hey! Baba Akíntóyè, kí lẹ wá ṣe léyìí fún? All kind of different messages were flying around. Baba dẹ̀ padà dé. Baba ní kò sí bá ṣe lè ṣerú kan báyìí. Tí kò ní ọwọ́ oríṣiríṣi nínú. Ẹ fi ṣoṣù, ẹ fi para. Ẹ gbà pé gbogbo tí ó bá pè níyín nínú burial yẹn. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ wá, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ lè wá, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ti dé ọ̀nà, tẹ́ padà, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bínú. Baba ní kí gbogbo wa má bínú. Kí lẹ tó fẹ́ kí bàbá yìí ṣe torí Elédùmarè? Bàbá yìí ní ká má bínú. Pé ká gbà bẹ́ẹ̀, ká accept bẹ́ẹ̀, but ká ṣe máa forge ahead. Bàbá wa jáde ní that same month of March lórí Yoruba world media. Ó sì wà lórí website wọn. Ẹ lọ wò. Ó sì wà lórí website Yoruba world media. Bàbá wa jáde wá sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pé òun ti sìnkú ìyàwó wọn. Òun dẹ̀ ti padà sẹ́nu iṣẹ́ kíákíá torí pé àìtí gba country yìí, ìyàwó rẹ̀ dẹ̀ sọ fún pé ó gbọ́dọ̀ gbà wá sílẹ̀ o nítorí pé àìmá gbà wá sílẹ̀ ó léwu gan o. Bàbá ló dá. nígbà tí ìwọ ìyàwó mi ti ní mo gbọ́dọ̀ gba àwọn ọmọ ìran ọmọ aládé sílẹ̀ kó tó jáde láyé, ó ti di dandan pé in tó sọ yẹn òun náà ní máa ṣe. And right there and there, Baba Akintoye went back to work at 90 years old. Because Baba pé 90 in February. Party ni wọ́n plan wọ́n máa tẹ̀ ṣe. But because Baba's wife died as well, a lot of plans changed overnight. So what I am just trying to put on record is that Rally Yoruba Nation is still coming, as Baba Akintoye has instructed. And don't ever point and say, oh, Koiki Media ló sọ pé Rally in Baba. No. Everybody was told Rally is coming, but when it tó fẹ́ lọ sọ, àtẹni tó fẹ́ lọ sọ ni. But the London April Summit told us that in 30 days, Kalomareti Rally wa, and which we are still waiting. To bá dẹ̀ sọ pé ó ti swear, oh, they wait more, then we can't help you. You have every right. Ìyẹn ń ṣe tán máa wá bẹ̀yàn pé, o gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe ò ní ṣe. Nobody has come out to say there's no more rally. Ẹ má fi ọ̀rọ̀ sẹ́nu Baba Akintoye. Èyí tí Baba Akintoye ò tí sọ, ẹ má lọ máa spread it across your groups and as individuals. The instruction is rally is coming. And it is still coming. Because ohun Baba Akintoye làwọn tẹ̀lé. Èmi ò tẹ̀lé ohun burúkú mi. Torí púpọ̀ nù yín, ohun oríṣiríṣi lẹ̀ ń gbọ́. Àwọn ohun kan dẹ̀ wà, àǹjọ̀nú oríṣiríṣi ni wọ́n. Àwọn àǹjọ̀nú kan wà, wọ́n fẹ́ kí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kó dá dúró. Wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kó dá dúró. Àwọn àǹjọ̀nú burúkú làwọn yẹn. Social media. There are billions of videos uploaded on a daily basis. So if it's Yoruba Nation Day, no. But in the country lady, ó yàtọ̀ síbi tí a wà nísìn as a movement, tá bá tètè gbéra lẹ̀. Tá bá gbéra lẹ̀ bí ó ṣe jẹ́ ká gbéra lẹ̀ ní kíákíá. A máa tètè dé ibi tí àwọn èèyàn máa ti dá wa mọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìran ọmọ aládé, ọmọ Odùduwà, ọmọ Yorùbá, than where we are right now. So either we drag our feet or we accelerate and deliver the message. Koiki wọ ìtí gbọ́ tá bá gbọ́ then that's your problem. Ìwọ sọ fún wọn lábúlé náà àwọn tó ní smartphone. Kí ni kan wá pẹ̀lú pé wọ ìtí gbọ́. Ìwọ tó mọ̀ wọn lábúlé yẹn kí ló dé tó lọ sábúlé yẹn kó lọ sọ fún wọn pé rally ń bọ̀. Ẹ̀yin lẹ máa lọ discuss yẹn pẹ̀lú wọn. Ẹ̀yin lẹ máa lọ discuss yẹn pẹ̀lú wọn kò ń ṣe pé kẹ́ wá sit back. Kẹ́ máa sọ fún wa pé àwọn wọ ìtí gbọ́ pé rally ń bọ̀ o, àìtí ready o. No, a máa wọnú ilé ẹlòmíì a máa lọ sọ fún yín pé rally ń bọ̀. A máa ṣì wọnú ilé yín gan a máa sọ fún yín pé rally tí gbọ́ pé rally ń bọ̀ o. Bí ó bá dé bí olè lóru ìwọ̀nba wa tá bá ti jáde náà la jáde. Ìwọ tó bá dẹ̀ sọ pé o jáde kò stop àwa tá máa jáde. But one thing I want us to know is that there are many obstacles that are still awaiting us. If you think the politician doesn't want 2027, ẹ lọ tutù ẹ̀ dànù. I want to better campaign tí wọn. And that is why we were told in October, because àwọn tó mọ olóṣèlú dáadáa mọ̀ wọ́n pé tó bá ti ń di quarter of next year wọn ní sìn kankan mọ́ kò sí governors kankan mọ́ nísìn ẹ̀rí gbogbo wọn move wọn nísìn Àtíkù àti Peter Obi wọ́n wà ní Abuja lánàá even though wọ́n pààyàn 42 ní Taraba kò sí tó kàn wọ́n pẹ̀lú yẹn ẹ̀mí tó bá lọ nínú Nàìjíríà ìyẹn ti bá tiẹ̀ lọ nìyẹn wọ́n jíyàn gbé ní Kòròdú láàrin ilé kò ń bẹ̀ yẹn kí ni ṣé gọ́vnà máa náwó gbọ́ pé wọ́n jíyàn ní Kòròdú ó gbọ́ náà kí ni kan gọ́vnà yín pẹ̀lú yẹn lóòótọ́ àwọn ti parí tẹ́nu ẹ̀ bí ó fi jẹ sínétọ̀ ni o bí ó máa jẹ mínísítà lọ́ndà Tinubu ni o èrè yẹn ló máa sá nísìn àwọn tó yẹ kó deploy helicopter kó sáré lọ wá àwọn tí wọ́n kidnap ní Ìkòròdú níbi swamp area tẹ́ni yẹn sọ gbogbo àná la rí fídíò yẹn. How can we stop all this is when we have our own independent country. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ independent country nonsense and jagbajantis country tá wà ilé afẹ́ then it's okay. But that is not going to give us what we want. In tó lè fún wa ní kan tá fẹ́ ó ní pé kí gbogbo wa kọ́ òun lè gbọ́ tí bàbá sọ yẹn. Once we start, we start. This video was uploaded 2 months ago. No. Ṣé n tí bàbá yẹn sọ yẹn kò make sense? Gbọ́n tí bàbá yẹn sọ. That once we start, we start. And we will not stop until taba gba country wa. So that means pé a ti fẹ́ gba country yẹn ni a ti dé state a ti fẹ́ gba country. But bàbá ò lè fún yín ní gbogbo game yẹn délẹ̀. Àtolóyè Ìgbòho àtàwọn tí wọ́n jọ ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn. They're not going to give you all the details. Because tó bá fún wa ní details yẹn secretly ó máa leak síta. tó bá dẹ̀ ti leak síta, then kí ni purpose of the movement anymore? Kò sí movement money yẹn. And that is why a lot of people are asking multiple questions all the time. And I want us to listen to how this man told us again. Nígbà tí bàbá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ní March 5, which is still a record. Pé kò ń ṣe Koiki ló ní rally máa ó ń bọ̀. No, in tí bàbá sọ fún wa pé rally máa wá ní October, òun làwa ti ń sọ bọ̀. And they change ẹnu wa kúrò níbẹ̀. The rally will come, as Baba Akintoye have said it. You go and mobilize our people so that our people are aware that the rally is coming. Because once we start, we start. Rally tati ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ rí, ìyẹn òtítọ́ ni, I need the rally kankan mọ́. Because every more the next move, Baba Akintoye àti Igboho. Just like that, she fún yín ní the next move. Ṣé bá kò sọ fún pé rally ń bọ̀ ní London ni. Ìwọ mọ̀ pé dáa máa gbé lẹ́tà dé Downing Street. Ó mọ̀ náà. Níjọ́ yẹn ló kan ṣáà ní pé inú ibo London wọ́n ní number 10 Downing Street. Àwọn kan tẹ̀ ní Igboho ìbẹ́ náà ló dúró sí tó gba lẹ́tà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé kò wọnú ilé. Èmi dẹ̀ tún sọ fún yín pé Igboho wọlé lóòótọ́ ẹnu ọ̀nà ti gba lẹ́tà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Ẹ gbọ́. Ọ̀rọ̀ ìgbìyànjú tí bàbá fún wa ní March 5, ẹlòmíì tún question ní bàbá yẹn. And that's why sometimes I try to wonder, what kind of humans are we? Ṣé a fẹ́ ṣì wà ní Nàìjíríà ni àbá fẹ́ lọ? Ẹ lè wà 100% ready. No matter what. I have said this 5 years ago. We are fighting a monster. Don't pè ní Britain. Britain ti ṣe 200 years empire rí. So a gbọ́dọ̀ dá wọn lágbónú from where they are not expecting, but they were 100% ready as Britain. Tó ti mọ̀ nípa ọgbọ́n oríṣiríṣi wà lọ́wọ́ Britain. Ó yá ẹ jẹ́ kí power switch over kúrò lọ́wọ́ North. Ẹ jẹ́ kó wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn Yorùbá náà. Ó dà parí Yorùbá yìí ti ń pọ̀ jù. Bàbá wọn ti dìde nísìn. Bàbá wọn ó lọ́wọ́ through Baba Akintoye. Ó ti gbéra lẹ̀. Ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí mobilize àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. Just like Awolowo was mobilizing àwọn ti generation tí wọ́n ní jọ́nà lọ́hùn. But lẹ́ni nísìn gbogbo àwọn tí Awolowo tó mobilize gbogbo wọn lọ́wọ́ ń bá Yorùbá jà lẹ́ni. Gbogbo wọn ni mo list as governors lánàá. Ẹ lọ́wọ́ age gbogbo wọn pátá ọmọ 1960. Èyí tó jẹ́ ọmọ 1958 bí alẹ́ yọkan nù wọn gbogbo àwọn governor yìí títí dé Kwara àti Kogi state. That means pé kódà ìkan ọmọ 1982. Governor Kogi state ọmọ 1982 ni. But ó ń lólẹ̀ Yorùbá ó fi ń ṣe tóhùn wọ́n dẹ̀ ń pa àwọn èèyàn ní okun ọba tó gbé lọ àgbọ̀n kankan mọ́ báyìí bí wọ́n ti pa sọ̀hún bí wọ́n ti pa bí wọ́n ti rí ransom san. But because I'm fẹ́ perfection ó gbọ́dọ̀ perfect gbogbo ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ perfect dáadáa Koiki o kàtó débi tá à ń lọ ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ perfect ẹ dáadáa ẹni tó bá wá perfection ẹ nígbà country o tó bá yẹ pé perfection lẹ́ ń wá ẹ forget ẹ. Ẹ jẹ́ ká padà lọ gbọ́n tí Baba Akintoye sọ. This audio tó jẹ́ fídíò ó wà lórí Yoruba World Media 2 months ago. Àwọn ló ṣe interview yẹn fún bàbá. Tí bàbá wa fẹ́ ṣe dúpẹ́, àwọn dúpẹ́, inú àwọn dùn, bàbá kí gbogbo wa. Bàbá dẹ̀ sọ fún wa pé ibi tó kù sí nísìn ọ̀rọ̀ ìgbìyànjú ìyẹn la fi gbọ́ nísìn. Mo fẹ́ kó tó tẹ́tí o. Kò tí sẹ́ni kankan tó ní rally ò ní dé. Ẹ̀yin lẹ́ ń confuse ara yín because bàbá yóò tí jáde pé kò ní sí rally. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Igboho ò tí jáde. Kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ni tó máa náà wọn ò gbọ́ sẹ́ mo tún fi gbogbo ẹnu sọ pé Igboho ò pè wá ó pè wá bọ̀ mo mọ àwọn mídíà tó sí níbẹ̀ olóyè pé gbogbo wa mo mọ mídíà tó sí nínú mítìnì yẹn but I will leave that for now. Ó pè wá ní lórí kọ́ pé ẹ lọ máa sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pé ibi tó kù sí o and I'm very sure tí bá tún lọ dig dáadáa olóyè padà náà jáde tó sọ fún wa pé rally ń bọ̀ o nílẹ̀ Yorùbá Baba Akintoye dẹ̀ sọ fún wa this was in October. So why then are we confusing ourselves? Wọ́n bẹ̀yàn fún movement o. Kò sẹ́ni kankan tí wọ́n san salary fún. Ẹ san salary fún Olóyè Igboho. Ẹ dẹ̀ san salary fún Baba Akintoye. Tẹ́ bá fún wọn ní support. À ń ṣe fún ara wa ni o. No matter what you have given us, given him, à ń ṣe fúnra wa. We are all sacrificing. Ẹ̀yin kan sacrifice. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí sacrifice wa. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí àwọn atẹ́gùn oríṣiríṣi tó ti fẹ́ síta torí àwọn olóṣèlú nísìn accident máa pọ̀ nísìn àti mọ géèmù wọn ibi táwọn ti máa ẹ̀jẹ̀ èèyàn làwọn máa ń lò ó dẹ̀ lílo ẹ̀jẹ̀ èèyàn tó bá jẹ́ babaláwo gidi o gbọ́dọ̀ gba èbúkọ adìyẹ pẹ́pẹ́yẹ ewúrẹ́ tó bá dẹ̀ believe in that area wàá lọ gbé ọsàn apple ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ wàá gbé lọ sí church wàá tan àbẹ́là gbogbo àwọn kò sí white garment church tó kì í lo candle ara ìtùtù tẹ̀yìn náà ṣe yẹn ìwọ mùsùlùmí tó dẹ̀ ní pé wọ́n ń ṣẹbọ ebí wọn náà pẹran ẹran ilé yá máa dé nísìn àbí gbogbo ilẹ̀ máa wówó ẹran kọ́lọ̀ ń jẹ́ kẹrẹ owó ẹran ra o ẹ máa pẹran náà ẹ̀yin ṣe pẹran ẹ̀ ń tẹ̀jẹ̀ sílẹ̀ but whatever we are doing ẹ máa rántí pé àwọn tá à ń bá délì bastard owó wà lọ́wọ́ wọn pátápátá mò ń wo Délé Aláké lánàá ó ń give report fún Tinubu pé àwọn ti pa $800 million wọlé under mineral resources mo wá rẹ́rìn mo sọ fún ìyàwó mi mo ní wọ́n ti rí àwọn òmùgọ̀ sector tó lówó ju crude oil lọ mineral resources ni ibẹ̀ ni Fáyẹmí tó wà ó wà as a minister of mineral resources ó tún sá padà lọ ṣe governor Ekiti state ó lọ parí 4 term because they never satisfy human beings ó lè ní gbogbo wọn pátápátá they are criminals so tẹ́ bá ń wo Délé Aláké lẹ́ni tó ń sọ pé a pa $800 million wọlé kódà nínú $800 million yẹn mo lè sọ fún yín pé Tinubu ready láti kó $500 million àpò bó ṣe ń ṣe nìyẹn because òun náà mọ̀ pé àwọn northerners ti jalè gbogbo wọn ló ń fọwọ́ sínú kọfà wọ́n lè account so àwọn ò lè jókòó tiraka tí àyẹn torí ẹ lè bí towó wọn ẹ á lówó àwọn olóṣèlú lọ́wọ́ so tá a bá ń dúró pé owó máa pé ká tó lọ a gbọ́dọ̀ ní gbogbo nǹkan a gbọ́dọ̀ ní this a gbọ́dọ̀ ní that we will just continue to drag it and pain yẹn bàbá ìlú máa filẹ̀ èmi ò ní filẹ̀ o but ẹmọ tó máa feel pain yẹn bàbá Akíntóyè bàbá is 90 kódà pope tó ṣe jáde láyé kọ́lọ̀ fọ́nù kẹ kó foríjì kó pàṣíṣẹ́ rẹ̀ pope is 88 years old bàbá Akíntóyè máa ju pope lọ ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ̀ máa ro ọjọ́ orí bàbá yìí kí yẹn máa jẹ́ inspiration fún wa pé whatever tó bá fẹ́ gbàṣẹ́ ká fún gbogbo nǹkan kí nǹkan tó bá gbà ká fún even with the little limited resources tani rédíò mélòó ló ń bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation lílẹ̀ Yorùbá dé ní tó jẹ́ indigenous Yorùbá radio station tá a mọ̀ pé gbogbo ara mọ̀ pé ọmọ Yorùbá ló lélẹ̀ láti Kwara títí dé Lagos state wọ́n lè sọ because tó bá sọ number 1 NBC máa lé wọn mú but tá a bá jáde fún rally wọn ní choice because wọ́n máa sọ free advert nìyẹn fáwa because nígbà yẹn wọn ní any other choice than to say just like bó ṣe sọ fún wa nígbà tá a lọ sí London ìkànnà àwọn pépà kan níjọ́ náà lọ́wọ́ tó ń pè ní the Africa Report àsanwó fún tí bá lọ bá ní sí pé a fẹ́ ṣe rally kò ní dá mi lóhùn ó lè ní kí wọ́n san advert ó lè ní àìmọye àwọn táwọn fún ní press release wa tó ń gbàṣẹ́ ìgbẹ́tọ̀ ní sọ kódà àwọn tájọ́ ń ṣe Yorùbá nation tó lóye bá ní kí wọ́n mo ti sọ yẹn ti pẹ́ tó bá ní ká lọ release statement àwọn tájọ́ ń ṣe Yorùbá nation movement wọn ò ní jáde pé Koiki ní olóyè sọ fún òun pé ká lọ ṣe nǹkan báyìí fi ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí kó sọ lórí platform wọn àwọn yẹn dẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí sọ pé ẹjọ́ ń ṣe Yorùbá nation whereas àwọn tó ń ṣe Yorùbá nation ti bá ti ń tweet pé in tó lóye ní kí wọ́n sọ lélẹ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ní àwọn media ti máa grab it they run with it títí dé BBC Yorùbá títí dé BBC Pidgin àdé ń sanwó fún wọn ọ̀fẹ́ ni so we must know what we want either we want this country lóòótọ́ or àti wá sọ di eré like I always say because it seems that some of us have turned it to play and Baba Akintoye ò fi ṣeré Ìgbòho ò fi ṣeré Ìgbòho wà níta láti bí ọdún mẹ́ta nísìn ó jẹ́ kí yẹn máa dùn á lọ́kàn ó nílé ó ní gbogbo ẹ̀ ó ní businesses ṣé ẹ̀mọ́ tó ń pè ní pé èèyàn ní business Dangote bó ṣe wà yẹn nísìn ó lọ monitor gbogbo business ẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá Ìgbòho lè lọ monitor business tóun dálẹ̀ sílẹ̀ bàbá ẹ̀ tó ń benefit ọmọ Yorùbá ṣé Ìgbòho lọ kọ́ àwọn èèyàn wá láti Katsina kọ́ wá máa bá àwọn oroko níbi iṣẹ́ láwọn businesses tó ní nílé Dangote lọ kọ́ àwọn ọmọ ìlú ẹ̀ wá àwọn ajagunta ó kó wọn wá sí Lagos state gbogbo alárí whereas arákùnrin tó ní gbogbo businesses tiẹ̀ tó ń pè ní ọmọ Adéyẹmọ tí mo wáṣọ ẹ̀ ẹ bá like aṣọ tí mo wọ̀ yìí orí Ọmọlúàbí apparel lẹ́tì máa ríra ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní abroad ẹ lọ sí Ọmọlúàbí apparel website àwọn lọ́ndọ̀ wa lọ́lá àwọn lọ́ní Koiki máa báṣẹ́ lọ Ọmọlúàbí yẹn OMOLAUBI apparel yẹn is APPAREL ẹlẹ́yọkan ẹ lọ sí website wọn .com ẹ bá oríṣiríṣi níbẹ̀ mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn èyí tí àwọn wọ̀ nínú Áfíríkà mo tẹ̀ rántí pé mo mẹ́lẹ̀ wá àárọ̀ yìí mo kọ̀ wípá kí n wọ tí mo tún máa wọ̀ láàárọ̀ ẹ̀ torí tá a bá fi ṣe program a máa wo kí la máa wọ̀ mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọmọlúàbí apparel wọ́n sanwó fún mi o lára iṣẹ́ táwọn ṣe fún ìrànlẹ̀ Yorùbá nìyẹn, ìran Odùduwà. Àgbọ̀wọ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn, àmọ́ yes, ó fún mi láṣọ, mo gbọ́dọ̀ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn. Èyí tí mo wọ́n ní London, àwọn pullover yẹn nínú òtútù, àwọn náà lọ fún wa. Coming back again, torí mo fẹ́ close audio yìí tí à ń record lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn, just under 1 hour. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́n tí bàbá Akíntóyè sọ. Ọ̀rọ̀ gbìyànjú ni bàbá Akíntóyè sọ ní March ọdún yìí. March ọdún yìí ni mò ń sọ, kò ń ṣe March last year. After tí bàbá yìí padà dé látèkìtì, àjọdé náà látèkìtì ni, torí àjọ lọ sékìtì ni, àdẹ̀jọ́ dé padà náà ni. Torí bàbá mi ni, bàbá tiyín náà ni. And we did not leave him alone. Mo dẹ̀ kí gbogbo àwọn tó ṣiṣẹ́ round the clock láì yọ ẹnì kankan sílẹ̀. Kò dẹ̀ sẹ́gbẹ́ kan tó ju ẹgbẹ́ kan lọ. Ẹ má yẹ kẹ́ni kankan fúlù yín out. Gbogbo ẹnu máa fi sọ. Gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ ló ṣiṣẹ́. Ẹlòmíì wà náà àwọn groups yẹn tẹ́ pé àkín dárúkọ. Àkọ́ máa dárúkọ àwọn group kan. Whereas àwọn group yẹn iṣẹ́ oríṣiríṣi ni gbogbo wọn ṣe in their own capacity. Táàdẹ̀ fún wọn lówó. Ẹlòmíì ò gbowó lọ́wọ́ anybody rí láàrin ara wọn ló ti ń dáwó yẹn. So a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa. But as we continue to mobilize towards the final stage, no matter what it is, whether it is the 26th of May, let us continue to mobilize and wait for Baba Akíntóyè to come and give us the last instruction. Because Baba sọ pé kíni, when we start, we start. Orúkọ ṣèmíṣe ní Olayomi Koiki, tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí Koiki Media. Ẹni tí ọ̀rọ̀ bá bá kó tún àárín yẹn ṣe. That's all. I am not here attacking anybody. Mo attack àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá. Mo kàn tún ṣí yín lọ́kàn padà pé ẹ má jẹ́ kí atẹ́gùn burúkú àwọn olóṣèlú. Ó ti wà níta báyìí. Atẹ́gùn burúkú tó ń fẹ́ káàkiri. Àwọn ti ní àwọn tó ń ṣògùn fún wọn. Wọ́n lówó fi ṣògùn. Bí babaláwo gan bá fún wọn ní triple money. Pé kọ́ mú $1 million wá, $1 million wá. Wọ́n ní lọ́wọ́ láti fi ṣògùn pé kí atẹ́gùn máa fẹ́ sí wa lára. Atẹ́gùn burúkú dẹ̀ ní fẹ́ sí wa lára. Lórúkọ Jésù. Inshallah láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. But má jẹ́ ká atẹ́gùn burúkú fẹ́ sí ẹ lára. Remain adamant and focused. Remain firm and fixed. Wọ́n tó ń tán pera wọn. Intemi bá fi sọ fún pé wọ́n tó tán pera wọn yẹn, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ wọ́n tó tán pera wọn. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó ń ràn lára tiwọn ló ń ràn lára tèmi àti ẹ. But ìyàtọ̀ mi àti ẹ ni pé àwọn tó nílẹ̀ yẹn gangan wọ́n ń bẹ lẹ́yìn tàwa. Ìyẹn ló ṣe máa ń wọ́n dà pé báwo lẹ ṣe ní ìgboyà tó tó yìí gbogbo èèyàn ọmọ Yorùbá nation. Ṣé olóyè Ìgbòho ṣe ti gbé kúkú mímì ni wọ́n ti gbàgbé pé kò ń ṣọlọ olóyè. Olóyè jẹ́ ọmọ akọni ẹ̀dá kan tó jẹ́ pé orúkọ ẹ̀ títí táyé ayé ò rẹ̀ nípa rẹ̀ orúkọ ẹ̀ á lọ́ máa study orúkọ yẹn pé ẹ̀dá kan tọ́lọ̀ ń dá ni. But àwọn onílẹ̀ ló dúró tì lè ṣe rí pa ní July 1st 2021. Tẹ́ bá l'opportunity wá pa èèyàn mélòó ni ọlọ́pàá máa wọlé lọ bá tó nípa in that capacity. Ẹ lè rí pa o. Ikú yóò dẹ̀ sí lọ́wọ́ lóyè, ikú yóò dẹ̀ sí lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ọmọ Oòduà, àwọn ọmọ ìrànmọ́ aládé. So má bẹ̀rù àwọn olóṣèlú yẹn mo sọ fún yín. Kò ń ṣe pé a ní kankan, ẹ má bẹ̀rù wọn. Tí bàbá bá ti ní ká bọ́ síta, a máa bọ́ síta ni and we shut it down. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún yín. Bọ̀ ẹ gbọ́rọ̀ gbìyànjú tí bàbá Akíntóyè sọ ní March ká tó máa tẹ̀síwájú.
Kẹ́lẹ́ àwọn ọ̀dọ́ wa àti gbogbo ẹ̀ máa ń lò bá gbogbo. The day of the Lord in the life of the Yoruba nation is about to pass. The day of the Lord, God's day, the life of the Yoruba nation is about to pass. Ẹ ká ní kúrẹ́ bí o. Ẹ má jẹ́ kó yà bí ẹnu pé ló bá dé o. Àwọn gbàtí Jésù Kristo Olúwa wa tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ tó wà ṣùgbọ́n sọ pé ìjọba ní máa dé ìjọba àwọn máa wá sọ. Àwọn disciples yẹ wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ pé ìjọba ní nǹkan tẹ̀ ń sọ yìí. Olúwa wa ìjọba ní nǹkan tẹ̀ ń sọ yìí máa dé. Ó ní ìgbà tó bá máa dé is like a thief in the night. A thief in the night ó lè lọ́gbọ̀n tó wù. Kò sẹ́ni tó ń prepare fún. The preparation ta lè níbi láti ṣe fún náà ló pé agbẹ́jẹ̀rì. Once we start, and we do not suffer to without our country. This time around, we got to be able to say all of that. Táwọn bá máa gbé owó plan wọlé wá àwọn mìíràn tí wọ́n fi sára wá tí wọ́n lè fẹ́ràn Yorùbá nation kúrò. But we are going to come. We are going to be leaving Nigeria very soon. By the grace of God. I repeat, by the grace of God, we shall leave Nigeria very soon. Thank you very much.
Kí lẹ ti fẹ́ kí bàbá yìí tó sọ? Ó ti within 3 minutes bàbá yìí ṣe gbogbo analysis yẹn. All we have been doing since then is expand it, using different events, different activities, connecting situation, and using it to say, Kaloma, prepare. Once we start, we start. We are not going back. Enti bàbá yìí sọ nìyẹn. So tí wọ́n bá wá ní o fẹ́ go back pé torí ara ń kún ẹ́, ara ń ta ẹ́, then go back and go and sit. Torí àwọn ò go back o. Àdẹ̀dẹ̀ ìlẹ́yìn Baba Akintoye, and we will stand firm with him and Igboho. And like I've said many times, ibi táwọn méjèèjì bá ń lọ ló yẹ kí gbogbo àjọ lọ. Torí Tinubu on prepare o. Tinubu fẹ́ di president in 2027, and we must either go and mobilize and prepare to stop that. But we cannot stop it if we don't come out when we are told to do so. But lè mọ gbogbo kúlẹ̀kúlẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ torí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ mọ the end back of things. Ń ṣe committee, ń ṣe planning committee. It is when the job is completed, the message will be delivered to us via all the medias that are loyal and still believe in the movement, from the world media all the way to independent media and Koiki media. But the fact remains is that, Efimo, what is going to happen? I will leave that for you to continue to wonder this morning. So that recording is already out now, and I want us to share it. It's just 1 hour, 6 minutes. It's very, very important. It's very unique. What I'm just going to be doing now is just go back to a little bit more and see where we can push it for probably, it's coming up to 6:22 a.m. So we started an hour ago. Moki, brother mi, Sumbo Koiki, thank you so much for the love and always being there. Ben Moki, because the recording, I don't want any names, and that Akinyi, Komawano audio, it will become something that will be too much. Mori, brother Watoni, Mr. Emmanuel Ojo, but when now? At a confusing station, one on here. When you're asking, but when now? So we continue on Solata Roy. E woni ko ṣe any network yẹn o ko clear dáadáa lẹ ṣe gbọ́ mi. Tẹ́ bá tún ní when now. Mo ní bàbá no ma wá bí ọ̀gànjọ́ òru. Ṣé kí n sọ fún ẹ nísìn kó lè lọ sọ fólóṣèlú. Ṣé olóṣèlú ló ń bá ṣiṣẹ́? And I know you are not, but mo kàn béèrè ni o. Mr. Ojo, ọ̀la láti bẹ̀rẹ̀, ọ̀la yẹn. Ọ̀la àbáná àbí jẹta. Ṣé tí bá sọ date fún ẹ nísìn ṣé tó bá fún ẹ ní $1,000. Ṣé wà lọ sọ date yẹn fún wọn? You see where the problem is? Kì í gbọ́ ọ̀kan rárá etí wa àṣàkẹ́ ni àgbà kankan. I sat here for 1 hour. The last audio tá gbọ́ yìí ó yẹ kí a ti mọ̀ pé when now yẹn ṣé mi ni máa fún yín ní when now àbí Baba Akintoye. Bàbá ò tí sọ fún yín pé kò sí rally now. We have told you the rally is coming. Bàbá máa fún wa ní date. So why are you in a haste? And I hope the message is clear. Find any the same without in mind. Mokia, brother, me and Johnny, Mr. Samuel Tayo, Mokia, on the world done, my brother, Yoruba land must be free. And to Bafikwe Wale, my studio number is open. That is the only number that if you buy me Soro. I love you to ask questions. Could I see question to stupid, just like Ndobiri and when now? But if you know that if one answer to stupid, totally monk Ndobiri. Mokia and Johnny, Noah, Mokia, good day, Taiwo, Ekaro. Moki Babami Babatunde Niyi Ifagbemi Ifamagbibubuani Owani, both the Christians and the Muslims and Esin Abalaye, let us unite and leave religion aside and support each other, or else Fulani will finish us automatically. Ẹni tó gbé ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹni kó lòdù nísìn ó ṣe mọ̀ pé kò sí àṣẹ ọlọ́pàá tẹ̀sí ní Lagos State. Moki Ọlárẹ̀wájú Táíwò Ògúnníyì Michael Moki yẹn kárọ̀sà àṣẹ kò sí ọlọ́pàá kí ọlọ́pàá wà kó má lè wọnú swamp. Àwọn tó wọnú swamp yẹn kí làwọn fi wọnú swamp. So when we say it is getting closer, come on, I Dangote Kode, and we are operate already. But take 1 month, I think but we work it now. Ikorodu has always been a very, very bad area. And the matter link Yoruba Lonjali Nibe, Lonche this and that. They are Fulanis that are the one operating. Niko si only láàrin wa o. But we want jiyan gbe, ajinigbe yẹn, àwọn Fulani ni. So, kí la tún fẹ́ sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Mo kí àwọn staff wa. Moki Mr. Ige Tunde, Moki Mr. Badamosi, Tayo Ismaila, Moki Mr. David Rotimi Lenkon Sekaro, Akojumo, Benny. Then there are messages. Some of you always say, more the implication of it, especially within your group. Among that group there one each of your group, Moki Abiodun George, in a group there one anybody can just find themselves in that group. Elumi kote the land is in a group here, because link máa jáde káàkiri all over the world. But pé àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ politicians ò sí láàrin yín irọ́ lẹ pa. But it's unfortunate that àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tí ẹ láǹfààní máa fi kóòdì sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni, tí ẹ láǹfààní pé nígbà kan you have been given something táwọn kan ò tí ì ní àǹfààní ẹ̀, àwọn tí mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ yé wọn. Or let me put it this way, it's not wrong to even put it out so that kó lè yá àwọn èèyàn wa kẹ́ lè mọ̀ pé ẹ ṣe àǹfààní fẹ́ni kankan. All you are doing is you're just dishing out information that should be kept to yourself, and that's all. But mo understand orientation wa ó really ó wà very difficult gan. Kí ni kan tí mo fẹ́ sọ? Israel, mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ kẹ́ bá mi ká lọ. From what I will say is exactly what some of you might not understand. The importance of what you have already gained. Ẹni tó bá ti gain nǹkan kan, ẹni tó gain yẹn, ó sì máa wúlò fún ẹ. But òun wò pé torí pé wọ́n ti fún ẹ ní gbogbo nǹkan tán, torí pé gbogbo tí wọ́n ní wọ́n máa fún yín, but ó ti gain kíní kan tí millions of people láǹfààní àti lọ gain. Torí tí wọ́n gain yẹn, ìwọ tó ń gbọ́ mi tó wà ní group tó máa ń release audio ranù, audio fò káàkiri. Bí kí ló dé? A ti lọ gain kankan, a ti lọ ṣe kankan, ẹ dẹ̀ wá ṣe kí ni? Ẹ ṣe kankan lé lórí mọ́. Wọ́n pa àwọn kan ní reservist. Simon Ekpa was one of them in Finland. Wọ́n ti train wọn. Kò sẹ́ni tó ń gbé ní Israel tó ń ṣe reservist tí kò ní training. Let me just leave it like that. Kò sẹ́ni tó ń gbé ní Israel lẹ́ni o tí wọ́n ti train. Ṣé wàá mọ̀ pé kò ṣe gbogbo wọn ló máa ń lò? Or let me also use this way. Ṣé mọ̀ pé ní football there's about 24 teams. Ní club kankan máa ń ní at least 24. Ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè mo ṣe mọ̀ pé 24 ni. Nígbà tí Tottenham ń ṣe parade wọn after tó win the European Cup, gbogbo yín náà lè rí fídíò yẹn tí mo post díẹ̀ náà ẹ̀. Nígbà tí journalist yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ lórí coach yẹn, ó ní all the 24 staff, all the 24 players, they're excited. Ṣé mọ̀ pé lómi inú wọn láti jọ tó ti ń gbá Europa yẹn àti tó ti ń gbá Premier League whatever lórí? How many people knows that? Kí ni wọ́n wá ń train ẹ̀ fún? Bí àyàn tẹ̀ máa yé yín because gbogbo ala like football, even though pé mi máa wà confused pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ football, even though I live in the UK for many years. Interest me is not in football. Kí ni wọ́n rò pé àwọn tí wọ́n jọ jẹ́ colleagues wọn tí wọ́n kì í lò yẹn, kí ni wọ́n ń train wọn fún? Ṣé wọ́n kàn train wọn pé kọ́kọ́ máa train wọn, àbí wọ́n ń train wọn pé ijó kan lè lọ wà kí another player kó ní injury? Èyí tí wọ́n wá train yẹn ṣé òun lọ́ máa gbé wá sọ? Ṣé ẹni tí kò train tí kò build ara ẹ̀ tó lè sa 90 minutes or 30 minutes or 15 minutes, ẹlòmíì 10 minutes ló máa play nínú game, but tí strength ò bá wà train, tí body ò bá wà train, tó bá gbé wá sórí stadium pé ó kù 10 minutes kó wá bá wọn defend it, kó wá bá wọn strike, kó wá bá wọn change game yẹn, ó dà after 2 minutes ó máa collapse. Ó máa wá torí wọn train ẹ̀. Each time tó bá lọ sí training tí wọ́n gbá ball tó wà ní training ground wọn, ṣe lòun máa ń jókòó, wọn á ní kó jókòó, ó yá máa mọ́mi tútù máa wo àwọn tó kù. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe máa ń rí ni? So if you have been given something, àwọn tí mo pass message sí ó ti yé yín. Mo mọ̀ pé ẹ lè má ní làákàyè bẹ́ẹ̀, but mo kàn sọ fún yín pé you have to keep your mouth. Torí gbogbo nǹkan pọ́n níyàn máa sọ nínú group. Ẹ mà àwọn tó jẹ́ wà nínú group yìí. Ẹ kàn lánú gbàgàlà gbòlògbòlà. Ara ń kan wá. Yes, ara ọ̀kan anybody to anybody. Ṣé fi para ọ̀kan Ìgbòho kó wà níta for 3 years? Do you know the impact of that to him on a daily basis? Nígbà míì, ó lè jẹ́ gbà tó bá jí, ó jẹ́ kó lọ wo ilé ẹ̀kan tí wọ́n ní ó ń jò, àbí kankan ṣe ilé ẹ̀, àbí kankan, but ó wà nínú Benin, àbí kó wà ní Germany, lọ́dọ̀ àwọn family ẹ̀, àbí kó wà ní Europe níbì kan. Kò lè láǹfààní, àwọn aráyàn lọ. Ṣé ó lè dàbí pé kó lóye lọ fún rẹ̀? Lóòótọ́ kò sẹ́ni tó lóye máa ránṣẹ́ tán ní jíṣẹ́, bó ṣó lè dàbí. So kí ni ara wọn ṣe ń kàn wọ́n? Ìwọ ti lọ opportunity táwọn millions of people ní. I am not joking. In tí wọ́n ní lọ́wọ́ yẹn tó kíní yẹn, millions of people ní. So why then tó jẹ́ pé inú group ló ti máa lament pé rílò kíní kan ṣé tó bá tẹ̀ ní kó wá lò gan sef ṣé ó sì lè rílò? Because your lamentation is not meant to be on the group. You have had it, you keep it, until it will be useful. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Ẹ̀yin tí mo bá sọ̀rọ̀, or ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti gbọ́ àwọn oríṣiríṣi audio ranù bẹ́ẹ̀ nínú group, wọ́n send kan sí mi. I'm just saying, my shit. That's the reason why tí bàbá yìí, bàbá Akíntóyè, ẹnu ẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ sípò báyìí àti Ìgbòho. Kódà wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ sọ kankan fún mi náà, ó gbọ́dọ̀ sí pẹ̀lú wọn. Ẹ mọ̀ pẹ̀lú tèmi náà máa wà rough. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ sí pẹ̀lú wọn. Torí ìwọ tó ń lament yẹn, tó bá sọ nínú group pé ẹ máa jáde lẹ́ni o, ìwọ ló máa gbé VN yẹn ló máa lọ dọ́ǹpẹ̀ sínú ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn olóṣèlú pé ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ o. Mo sọ fún yín náà. Even though pé wọ́n sì sọ pé ẹlòmíì wá ní group yìí o, ẹ má gbé VN síta o, ìgbà yẹn lẹ́nu, but tí mo fẹ́ fàyọ ni pé nínú group tẹ wá ní ká má gbé VN síta yẹn, gbogbo àwọn group yẹn ṣe lè verify gbogbo nọ́mbà tó wà ńbẹ̀. Ṣáwọn admin ni ṣe rí, I don't think some of us know the capacity of what we are doing. Gbogbo groups pátá tó wà lórí WhatsApp lè verify gbogbo nọ́mbà àwọn olówà behind it. Fi ṣiṣẹ́ ṣe mo fún yín ní 48 hours gbogbo WhatsApp group pátápátá àwọn tó bá jẹ́ admin ẹ lọ verify gbogbo èyí táwa gan ní tó jẹ́ ti Koiki Media mo lè verify gbogbo wọn. How do you want to verify them? Báwo mo ṣe fẹ́ mọ̀ tó jẹ́ DSS ẹni tó jẹ́ olóṣèlú ṣèbí kókó ra sim card ní kó dẹ̀ fi sínú fóònù kan kó dẹ̀ add gbogbo group kó dẹ̀ máa gbọ́n tẹ́ǹsán bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn ní time wàá wá àwọn èèyàn bóyá inú group yìí o ẹ máa follow nǹkan tó ń sọ they can know. So let us be very very careful with some of the things that we say in the group. Kó má jẹ́ pé látọwọ́ tiẹ̀ ló ti máa compromise movement. Ẹlòmíì rò pé bí àwa media la máa compromise. Púpọ̀ nínú yín tẹ́ wà ní WhatsApp group kan lẹ́ ń compromise movement. Ẹ̀yin gan lẹ́ ń gbé information síta fáwọn tí kò jẹ́ kó mọ̀. Torí pé n tí wọ́n ti fún yín àbí tẹ́ ti gbọ́ ẹ̀ tún máa sọ síta. Kátà wá sọ pé group yín wà secure for whatever reason. Why should you be the one to want to change the narrative? So mo kàn fi fún yẹn sí record so that kí a lè túbẹ̀ ṣe ni. So kò ṣe pé láti fi bá ẹnì kankan wí. Nobody is perfect. We're trying all our best to continue to protect the integrity of this movement until tó máa fi the country tí gbogbo wa máa jubilate, tá máa celebrate, tí inú wa máa dùn, tá máa yọ̀. But má fi gbogbo in tí o ti níyẹn kíní yẹn ó ti yé wọn àwọn tí mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n mọra wọn báyìí nísìnyí wọ́n wò mí báyìí àbí àwọn tó mọ̀ wọn ẹ sọ fún wọn pé let them keep their mouth shut. Ẹ tẹ̀ shut ẹnu yín díẹ̀ báyìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe sọ fáwọn náà pé ká shut ẹnu wa nígbà míì ẹ̀yin náà shut ẹnu yín ẹ shut ẹnu yín yẹn díẹ̀. Wọ́n ti kó wa lọ síbi o àti rìnrìn àjò lọ báyìí o gbìrìgbàrà kí ló dé kí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ kí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Ìyí ni Saheed Bọ̀tá ṣe títí ẹ wo the end result ẹ̀ kọ́lọ̀ fọ́run kẹ. Àwọn tó mọ̀ dáadáa ẹ mọ̀ kẹ́mi ní mo tún mọ̀ àwọn tó tún mọ̀ dáadáa ó sì níyàn kan tó sì pè mí mo ní dárúkọ state yẹn pé kò bá má jọ ọmọ Bọ̀tá rárá pé kí ló dé kí ló ní ìdẹ̀ yẹn fún kò ní ìdẹ̀ náà tí situation bá da lọ́hùn má padà bọ̀ ńlẹ̀ náà ta ní ẹ kúrò lé ta ló lé ọmọ Bọ̀tá kúrò nínú Yorùbá Nation Movement ṣé Ìgbòho náà ń lé àbí bàbá Akíntóyè àbí Koiki Media ẹ̀yin mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ni ṣé kàtà ló mọ ọmọ Bọ̀tá tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣèbí platform ló ti dìde ṣèbí platform Koiki Media lọ́mọ Bọ̀tá ti dìde òun kan náà ni warrior òun kan náà ni journalist òun kan náà ló fẹ́ lọ di ajagunta àbí and the same thing lòun náà ṣe tó confuse àwọn kan níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn bó ṣe ní kọ́ lọ ṣe kinní yẹn tóun náà ṣe tútútútútútútútútútú náà ni tó confuse ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn and I'm just trying to be coded ó fẹ́ kí n làmọ́lẹ̀ mọ́ bọ̀ má bẹ́ẹ̀ làmọ́lẹ̀ okay tó bá ti yẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kò lè yẹ for life nìyẹn. Now let me quickly just now bring us back to some awareness that I want us to look into. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọmọlúàbí apparel lóòótọ́ mo kí n dárúkọ wọn ní gbogbogbà which I should be doing because iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe ní background kọ́lọ̀ kó san gbogbo alẹ́ sùn rẹ̀ fún iṣẹ́ tá à ń ṣe. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo ṣe kẹ́yìn tẹ́ wà lórí channels wa kankan tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa from the YouTube all the way down to our other platforms across the network. I'm gonna release audio yẹn like I said I'm just sending it out so n tó bá ti bá pàdé ẹ bá wa ṣe kíni ẹ bá wa share káàkiri. Orúkọ mi náà ni Olayomi Koiki. I have probably maybe an hour left. Àti ṣe 1 hour 40 minutes. We see how far more we can do before we go further. So before then, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Abiodun George, Ayinde Usman, mo kí yín, mo kí Shafiu. I am not used by politician, I swear, okay? Àárín ara yín lẹ máa mọ̀ yẹn, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Assalamu alaikum ṣe ti kí àsùbá. Ọlọ́run bá ń dúró tì yín. Gbogbo tí gbogbo àlọ́ kọ́ ní polytechnic, ní university, ní àlọ́ kọ́ṣẹ́, táàrí kankan fi ṣe. Nàìjíríà ni o. Nàìjíríà ni o. Ẹ lè rí funding kankan pé mo ti sọ fún yín èmi kàn wọnú bank ní UK wọ́n ní kí n gba loan látara pé mo ń rí income mi tó ń wọlé ẹlòmíì ò tí ì rí proper income nínú Nàìjíríà ẹ mọ̀ tán pè ní income pé stable owó ń wọlé fún ẹ continuously in the last 4 years, in the last 10 years of this APC government. Ò ń ṣe pé ẹlòmíì ò tí ì rí stable income in the last 10 years of this shit hole government tán pè ní APC. Irọ́ parọ́ fún irọ́ ò ní gbogbo wọn. Mo kí Mr. Sunday Kayode, so mo kí bàbá mi Ashimi Wakilo, mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí Mr. Abdul Fatai. Yoruba nation ò tako Islam. Kò dẹ̀ ní pé as a Muslim, I was born into Islam. Kò ní kó má kírun wákàtí márùn, kò sọ fún ẹ pé dandan ni o gbọ́dọ̀ gbé ìṣẹ̀ṣe sínú yàrá ẹ, kó má tẹ́po sí, kó má tálá sí, kó má lọ bògùn. Tá bá ní ká lọ bògùn mọ̀, bẹ́yìn Muslim tẹ́ ẹ̀ fi lọ ṣe ògùn àbí ẹbọ o. But èyí náà náà kankan nínú Quran, kúnkúṣì lọ máa ń pè, mọ́ mọ́nì, especially tó bá ń ṣe wúrìdì. I have done it before. Wàá máa pe àwọn wòlíì ńláńlá tí ó jẹ́ pé àwọn ti connect ẹ̀mí wọn pẹ̀lú Elédùmarè tiwọn, àbọ̀lọ́run tiwọn. Ò mọ wúrìdì, wọ́n máa ń táṣọ funfun báyìí. Wọ́n ń ṣe ní London náà, wọ́n ń ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. So èyí tó wọ́n mọ̀ yẹn ni wọ́n máa pè. Wàá máa pè wọ́n pé bá ṣe ń gbéra pa fẹ́ dìde yìí, gbogbo ẹni tó bá gbọ́wọ́ sókè fún ọmọ Yorùbá kan kí báyìí kó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wọn, ẹ máa bá wa sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ní kẹ́ lọ bògún o as a Muslim, mo ò fọ́sẹ̀ pé kó lọ bògún o nígbà tó believe in it. Wàá máa bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn tó ń lo àǹjọ̀nú against wa, àwọn náà máa pa àǹjọ̀nú fún wọn ni. Ẹ máa pè wọ́n lóríṣiríṣi. Ìwọ tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ Christian nìyẹn, o gbọ́dọ̀ ní nǹkan tí wọ́n náà máa pe. Tí wọ́n bá lè pe tàbá tí àdá, wá tó wà ní Bible kò fi gégùn fún gbogbo àwọn olóṣèlú. Àwọn olóṣèlú bá ń ṣeré o. They are gearing up. Gbogbo àlárín tó ń rápa arágbádá òfò, ẹ̀rí gbogbo wọn. Ẹ̀rí Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá, Arẹ́gbẹ́mu gbogbo wọn pátápátá. So mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí ẹ̀yin Muslim o. Mo kí bàbá mi Fatai ṣọwọ́ ẹ̀mí mọ́. Ọlọ́run àdúró tiwa, Gani Olóyèdé mo kí ẹ. Mo kí grandma o, ìyàwó Esther Adéọlá tí mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ dárúkọ. Mo kí Mr. Ọláyínká. Ìtawà kan sọ ni pé our tradition has been bastardized. Àjẹ́ ni wọ́n, oṣó ni wọ́n, èmèrè ni wọ́n, ẹlẹ́bọ ni wọ́n, olóògùn ni wọ́n. Mo jọbẹ̀ yọ̀ lánàá, mo ń ṣe olóògùn. That is what we are. In tí Britain ṣe fún wa nìyẹn. Ìbàjẹ́ tí Britain gbé sí wa lọ́wọ́ nìyẹn. But Britain kan ló máa sọ who we are. Bàbá Akíntóyè ti sọ fún wa. Mo kí Mr. Spark, mo kí Mr. Bank. Koiki, it is not possible to ignore the nonsense of political people who pretend to do Yoruba nation. Yoruba land is bleeding. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ẹ ṣe gan-an mo kí yẹn káàárọ̀. Dr. Adéwálé, kò easy láti jẹ́ doctor. Ìyẹn máa kàwé débẹ̀ ni. But Nàìjíríà wá kàwé. Gbogbo doctor ti yá dànù.